What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we're taking a look at an incredibly powerful GYRFALCON'S HAUBERK solar build that is absolutely mind-blowing. This broken build is without a doubt a huge game changer, as it will give you an enormous advantage in damage, not only in in-game content, but in PvP as well. We're pairing the GYRFALCON'S HAUBERK up with the exotic sidearm, the Rat King, which allows us to maintain hunter invisibility on a solar build, but more importantly, triggers the GYRFALCON'S intrinsic trait called See Me, Feel Me, which is going to provide a huge boost to weapon damage after coming out of invisibility, even increasing the damage and spread of Scorch and Ignitions, something that you'll be able to exploit against any opponent both in PvE and PvP. Before we dive deeper into this broken build, if you do end up enjoying today's video and find it helpful, then please be sure to help support the channel below by hitting that like button along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated. While designed to be used on a void build, the GYRFALCON'S HAUBERK has become an incredibly versatile top-tier exotic for hunters, even after being shelved quickly after its release. As far as its in-game description, GYRFALCON'S intrinsic trait, See Me, Feel Me, provides a weapon damage bonus briefly after emerging from being invisible. When you are invisible and defeat a combatant using a finisher, you and your nearby allies gain a reserve overshield and improve class ability regeneration. What this in-game description fails to explain is that you receive a 35% boost to weapon damage for 6 seconds after returning from invisibility. When performing a finisher while invisible, enemies within 4 meters will take volatile damage, and the boost in class ability regeneration that you and your allies receive will max out at 375%. Some significantly important details to leave out, in my opinion. Nevertheless, the GYRFALCON'S HAUBERK has quickly become one of the most sought-after exotics for void hunters because of this incredible intrinsic trait. But when used on a solar build, the weapon damage buff that GYRFALCON'S provides is going to also get applied towards any Scorch that's created by your solar legendary weapons that come with Incandescent, which will increase the damage of each tick of Scorch that your enemies take while under the effects of See Me, Feel Me by 35%. The more Scorch an enemy takes, the quicker they ignite, creating a solar explosion, damaging everything within range. The only problem is solar hunters can't go invisible, which is where the Rat King comes in. The Rat King comes with the exotic perk called Vermin. Reloading immediately after a kill grants a brief period of invisibility. This creates a 6-second window of you being invisible, from which you will trigger the GYRFALCON'S See Me, Feel Me trait, giving you an increase in weapon damage of 35% after emerging from invisibility, along with the ability of receiving an overshield when performing a finisher while invisible. After returning from invisibility, it's time to swap over to a Callus mini tool, a Staccato, a BXR Battler, or any other solar weapon that comes with Incandescent, where you'll now have increased weapon damage and increased Scorch damage for 6 seconds. There's no cooldown on See Me, Feel Me or Vermin, so once the damage buff is gone, simply swap back to Rat King to pick off a weak enemy, reload, and go back to invisible to receive the damage bonus again. This same technique can be pulled off with the exotic void sword called Heart Shadow, obtainable through the Duality dungeon. This exotic sword provides 6 seconds of invisibility after heavy charged attacks, and can even provide its own weapon damage bonus of 25% while invisible, and for a brief time after being invisible, giving you 2 amazing exotic weapons to pair up with this broken GYRFALCON'S HAUBERK build. To improve our natural potency for Scorch and Ignitions, we're running Ember of Eruption, which increases the area of effect of Ignitions. Ember of Ashes will apply more Scorch to targets. Ember of Char will cause Ignitions to spread Scorch, and Ember of Singeing will cause class ability to charge faster when scorching targets. And lastly, we're using Ember of Searing, which grants melee energy after defeating Scorch targets. In terms of mods that will be best with this build, running Explosive Well Maker will be a great way to create wells off of all of the ignition explosions. Running Well of Life will return health whenever picking up those wells, and Elemental Charge, along with High Fire Energy, will give all of your weapons, not just the solar ones, an increase in weapon damage by 25%, even when the GYRFALCON is not in use. Harmonic Siphon mod will give you and your allies orbs off of all of the solar weapon kills that you'll be getting, and by running the Insulation and Better Already Void mods, you'll get class ability energy and health back when picking up orbs. I highly suggest the use of Sword Ammo Finder and Reserve mods if you're using the Heart Shadow with this build, along with Lucent Blade, reducing the Heart Shadow's charge time and providing a damage bonus of 35% when charged with light. If using the Rat King, the Void Arms mod called Surprise Attack will be a great addition. While charged with light, reloading or readying a sidearm will consume your stacks of charged with light and convert them into a major damage buff of 35% for the Rat King, giving you just one more incredible boost in damage with this broken Solar GYRFALCONS build, a build that I highly encourage you all to try out for yourselves. But what are your thoughts on today's build? Do you think this is a game-changing broken build? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know if you're going to try it out for yourself. That's going to wrap things up for today's video. Thank you as always for checking it out. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then please be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. If you're a new Light Guardian just starting your journey, or a battle-hardened veteran just looking for a new home for your Guardian, be sure to check out the Discord link in the description below and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.